A lot of us are sabotaging ourselves when we don't even realize what we're doing. And it's unfortunate because, all of the modern technologies and like things in abundance that we have in this modern day and age, we're actually using it and it's like hurting us more than it's helping us. And in this video, I just want to help you to like become more aware of this thing so you can stop doing these things and, start improving your life. Now, in case you don't know who I am, I'm Neal. I made the transformation from being the unfit skinny guy to now having a lot more muscle. And I make videos like this so I can help other guys to transform their physiques way faster and to enjoy a higher quality of life. So the basic thing that you need to understand about me first is that I used to be a guy who, after school or after work, the first thing I would do, light up, smoke some weed, play some video games, watch some porn, like eat a bunch of junk food. I was just pretty much doing a whole bunch of like these bad habits. And the thing itself, like, wasn't with the habits itself, like that wasn't the bad thing. The problem was like the way that I was approaching life. I was looking for ways to get instant gratification or instant pleasure because, throughout the day, I might have not been feeling so good. So I was just looking for ways to instantly like make myself feel better. And it's better to like explain it like on this like whiteboard right here. So basically you can think of it as having a baseline right here, right? When you do these instant gratification activities, like these things that immediately give you a sense of pleasure, like playing video games or smoking weed or, doing any of these things, immediately it makes you feel good. Say like this line is your mood or like the rewards you get. Immediately you get rewarded, you start feeling good. But when you think about the long-term consequences of doing these things, if you like play video games for, say 8 hours or something, 6 hours, after you're done playing the video games, your mood starts to go down. Why? Because you like come to that realization that, holy shit, I've just wasted a whole bunch of time. Could have used it to do something maybe more productive or whatever. Immediately by doing those like activities, you feel good, but at the very end, after it's done, you start feeling bad. The very opposite of that, the polar opposite, is when you do these delayed gratification activities. And that's pretty much where you do something that's hard work. So say something like working out. When you start to work out, it's not really a fun thing to do. It's very uncomfortable because you're moving these weights and you're like pushing yourself, start sweating. It's like you get kind of tired, it's uncomfortable, whatever. And it doesn't feel good in the moment. But the thing is, after you do that workout, after you're done with it, your mood starts to go up. The rewards that you get like start to increase because, you've done this hard workout. All the endorphins are like kicking in or whatever. You start building more muscle, you get that pump, you start looking good. And, long term, it's a beneficial thing for you. The thing that you've got to understand is that if you're doing a lot of these like instant gratification activities, the things that feel good in the moment, but that like suck your energy and like just like make your life worse in the long run, you've got to stop doing those things and start getting in the habit of doing these delayed gratification activities. Because the thing is, these things stack up. If you keep on doing these like instant gratification activities, you keep spending so much time on social media and being on video games, smoking weed. I'm not like trying to villainize these things. I'm just like trying to tell you the honest truth. If you keep doing these things and you keep distracting yourself, you're sabotaging yourself, you're going to feel good in the moment. It's going to feel good, but, long term, you're going to keep being in that cycle and things are going to keep getting worse and worse. But if instead you focus on doing the delayed gratification activities, things that are kind of hard, like studying or whatever, studying is not really a fun thing. It's kind of uncomfortable, whatever. But, if you want to get better grades, it feels bad at the moment, but afterwards, long term, the rewards that you get is way better. The point that I'm trying to make, though, is that you need to stop, or it's going to be very helpful if you like want to start leveling up and like start getting into things that you want in life, to stop getting distracted by these instant pleasures and instead get hooked on doing these delayed gratification things, because long term the benefits are going to outweigh like the immediate like pleasure that you get, if that makes sense. Start stacking these things up in your favor. Your life is going to change forever. I wish I had learned this like earlier, like in my life, because there was just so many things that I was doing that were like sabotaging myself and like my happiness. I kept like feeling depressed, and because I felt depressed, I would keep doing these things like taking drugs and playing video games, scrolling on social media, because it gave me that instant hit of like just pleasure or whatever. But I didn't even realize that long term, this was just making me more and more depressed and like feeling worse and worse and worse about myself. But when I started getting into these activities that felt bad at the beginning, it felt bad at the onset, but then long term felt better or made me feel better and like got me better rewards, like working out, studying, or just reading books, or like all these other things, eating clean foods, the quality of your life dramatically increases in the long term, and your future just becomes way better. So take this advice. If you want to like practically like make this more tangible for yourself, you can just identify, okay, what are three instant gratification things that you usually do throughout your day? So you may kind of have been like me, where you play a lot of video games, on social media a lot, or maybe taking drugs or whatever. Just identify those things and become aware of, okay, what are the long-term consequences of me doing those things? Like, yeah, they may feel good in the moment, but what are the long-term consequences? Do I even actually feel good after like I'm done like doing these things? And also like identify 3 delayed gratification things that you may be doing or may not be doing because you're getting distracted. But just identify, okay, what is the long-term consequences of doing these things? Like if it's working out, yeah, it may be uncomfortable for me in the moment, but do I actually feel better at the end? Like, don't I actually feel proud of myself after I've done this hard workout? Or if it's reading a book, like, yeah, it may kind of be hard to like read a book because, it's just like not as stimulating as watching a video or like playing, some game or whatever. But like, what is actually the long-term consequences of doing this? And once you become aware of this, it's going to become easier for you to like start engaging in these delayed gratification activities, because you'll realize that, holy shit, if I want to make my life better, if I want to just like feel better throughout the day, whatever it is, I just have to do these things that suck in the moment, but in the long term, they make my life so much better. Remember, if you want life to change for the better, it starts with you. Peace out.